What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10K on the Bay, my journey to 10,000 live listings on eBay. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to go over 10 income streams that I have online. And I think it's pretty interesting to talk about it because we live in an age where there's a lot of different ways to make money. And I thought I would do a Q&A with you guys to see what's going on and give you guys an idea of different methods that I use to make money. And hopefully you guys can do the same thing. I think in 2017, there's a lot of ways to make money, and a lot of things are also a little bit scary because they're very temporary, right? And one thing that's very cool is, like, for example, the Pokemon Go craze was amazing, right? I was so excited for the introduction sort of in the augmented reality. It was kind of like the coming out party for AR. So I thought we could go outside in the reality and make life way cooler with your phone, right? I loved Pokemon Go so much. It was one of my favorite things that's ever come out on planet Earth. I met hundreds of people the first few weeks it was out. I was playing every night. I was selling my Pokemon cards for, oh shit, was there no sound? Sorry guys, I don't know what's going on with the audio. Can some of you hear me? Some of you can't hear me. Let me know if, hold on one second. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me before I continue. Sounds like some of you can hear me. Okay, I'm just going to continue. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I was able to get to level 30 in about 2 weeks, and I sold my Pokemon accounts online for $1,700 on eBay. So Pokemon Go came out. I went to the Apple store. I bought 5 iPads. I'm sorry, 5 iPod touches. I used my phone as a hotspot. I walked around and I played Pokemon Go on 5 devices. It was the funnest shit ever. It was the most fun I've ever had in my entire life. I was a Pokemon trainer and I met hundreds of people in the wild. It was the best thing ever. And it immediately died because eBay said it was not, it was against the terms of service for the Pokemon game to sell the accounts. But basically, I live in California where there's lots of water Pokemon, right? So I was getting, water Pokemon after water Pokemon after water Pokemon. I went to the San Francisco Pier and I caught 400 Magikarp on each account to get a Gyarados, and it was amazing. And I thought I was going to be a Pokemon trainer and my life would be complete, but that didn't turn out. So I think it's important for you guys to diversify your income streams because it's 2017 and things are constantly changing. So make sure that you continue to change stuff and experiment. If you guys can't see me, please refresh the feed. So I'm going to get into the first one. The first way that I make money on online is actually Facebook marketing. So I think you guys know my background is in Facebook marketing, at least for the last couple of years. So I do Facebook marketing for 9 private clients, and they pay me a recurring income to manage their Facebook page, make content for them, run promotions, write ads. And so when you guys are scrolling through your news feed and you see a promoted ad, someone like me writes that for that company. And so that's been okay for me. I didn't make a lot of money because I had the wrong mentality. I was thinking about replacing my income, and that's why I started it. That's the wrong way to think. You want to think about making a ton of money, so if you fail, you land still at a decent income. But I think a lot of people fall into the mistake of just wanting to replace their income. That's not thinking big enough, and if you make a few mistakes, then you end up not replacing your income. I've had a lot more success making a plan for a much bigger thing, because like right now I'm already making over $1,000 a week on eBay, even though my goal is to make $1 million a year. But why not make a goal that's huge? Because if you fail, you still make decent income. And I think it's really, really important to do that. So just make huge goals, because why not? We're on Earth for only a short period of time. Make huge goals and fail your way to a 6-figure income is what I say. So Facebook marketing actually pays my bills. So all this other stuff that you guys are seeing me doing is just feeding itself, because my regular bills are paid for by my Facebook marketing company, and I have a virtual assistant that does most of the day-to-day work for me. So if you guys are interested in Facebook marketing, I can teach you, but Facebook changes so often that you need to be on business.facebook.com. You can teach yourself Facebook marketing. Go on there, create a Facebook page, spend $1 or $2 and see what traffic comes to your store, see if you can get likes, see if you can get people to your page, see if you can get people to care. And then if you can package that and sell it to somebody else. There's going to be a lot of questions, guys, but I'm going to go through these 10 ideas first, and then we'll get into some questions. There's going to be a lot of ideas. I think your minds are going to be blown because I literally get 10 different paychecks every month. So it's pretty cool. So Facebook marketing, you can teach it to yourself, business.facebook.com. Zuckerberg will teach you because he's hungry for money. When you get better at it, he makes more money. And Facebook marketing is very cool because you can learn how to target specific niches. So my YouTube has grown really fast because of my background in Facebook marketing and looking at different demographics. Like, for example, most of my audience is women. So I know that because I'm looking at the insight. So I'm making content that's directed towards stay-at-home moms for the most part. For the most part, my content is directed towards stay-at-home moms. That doesn't mean that I don't have a great following of male subscribers, but they're looking for side hustles too, looking for extra income. That's where my people come from. That's what I learned from Facebook marketing. So even if you don't make money from Facebook marketing, I still think it's useful to learn it. Thank you, Jason, for the super chat. The second, that's true. You can get YouTube tips that are called super chat on YouTube as another stream of income, and I didn't even put that on my list. Thanks, Jason, for bringing that to my attention. Okay, the second one is Patreon, which is my absolute favorite way to make money ever because I am serving 1,000 people, and I think right now, let me just check how many people are on my Patreon. Let me just check really quick so I can be accurate. I have 86 people on my Patreon. So I have 86 people on my Patreon who are supporting me. And in my content is three eBay videos per week. That's what people are paying for. So it's not a GoFundMe. People aren't donating money to me. They're paying for my 3 videos. In the case that I don't make 3 videos, I will refund people their money because it doesn't make sense to take people's money if they're subscribing to content and then don't produce the content, right? That would be stealing. So I'm not stealing, I'm making content for people. And that's the idea behind Patreon. You are serving a very specific set of audience. I'm never gonna have to think of another video to make because everyone is feeding me information on what to make. So my next videos are gonna be on setting up InkFrog, hiring an employee, setting up Craigslist, getting a virtual assistant. All this is laid out and I've gotta make all that stuff this week. Resale Warrior, refresh the feed. It should already be live. Okay, Patreon is based on Kevin Kelly's article of 1,000 True Fans. I'll link it in the description below. I don't think everyone can do it, but if you get 1 fan a day over the course of 3 years, you have 1,000 true fans. So that means you can build your own life that you want. I recommend doing it on the side because don't rely on that income. Like if you want to serve 1,000 true fans, ease your way into it and be realistic about it. It might take three years of getting 1 person a day. And here's one huge caveat that I wish I had learned. I wish someone had told me this when I started online business, which is that for every 1 person that pays, you need 20 people who love you and will not pay you. That's very interesting. I posted that on my Instagram earlier. This guy was like, you helped me make 6 figures, but I'm not one of your paid people. So look at that, right? Someone's making 6 figures because of me. I'm not gonna take all the credit, but because of ideas from me, and yet they're not paying me, right? So for every 20 people like that, there will be 1 person that actually becomes one of my patrons. If I had known that, I wouldn't have given up so early in my other businesses because it's disappointing to only have 5% of people pay you, right? 20 people get value, only one person's willing to pay you. That's freaking brutal. Like, I have balls of brass because I've been in sales my whole life. I still get my feelings hurt when 19 people tell me you suck and one person's like, here's my money, right? So that's brutal. When I sold cars, 1 out of 10 people would buy. But this is so crazy that I wish I had learned that 20 people are gonna love you and not pay. If I had known that, I wouldn't have given up so early. And I just really want to drive this into you guys' brains because that's really cool. And as you guys, some of you guys know, my girlfriend works for Pandora. And I was having a discussion with one of my friends this morning. I actually have a coach also. So I'm talking to him this morning, and I was telling him that I discovered that 20 people love you, but only one person's going to pay out of those 20 people. And he's like, man, I wonder how many people use Pandora for free and use some kind of ad blocker so they can avoid listening to commercials, and how many people pay, right? So Pandora has 93 million users. So I texted my girlfriend this morning, and I'm like, hey, how many people out of Pandora's 93 million pay, right? And I'm thinking, I don't know. I mean, I've listened to Pandora for years. I've never signed up for Pandora One. I don't know very many people who've paid for Pandora. And guess what? 1 out of every 20 people pays for Pandora. So it's like the exact same math, right? It's the same. I wish this concept existed for me a long time ago. And it's just amazing. So literally 5% of people who love you and use you will pay. And that's literally astonishing to me. I'm like super excited right now because that idea is just amazing. Okay, cool. Also, guys, when you pay for YouTube Red or Pandora, you're still supporting the artist. So when you pay for YouTube Red and you watch me on YouTube, YouTube still pays me. And if you pay for Pandora One, the artists with the music still get paid. So it's a great way to support your creators without actually paying. So the third way I make money online is YouTube ad revenue. So guys, I put a commercial in my YouTube videos every 10 minutes. And I have super fans that literally watch every single commercial, and they pay me on Patreon, and they tip me, right? So these people are really helping me create this content, but I don't exactly expect you to do that. But that's how I monetize for the majority of people who watch my channel. When you click skip ad, I actually get paid because the advertiser knows that you're actively watching the first 5 seconds and you click skip ad, I get paid. If you click to their website and you buy something, I probably get paid. It's a I think 65-35 split or a 60-40 split or 55-45 split. I don't know how it works, but I get a bigger chunk than Google when you click and buy something or you skip the ad. That's how people monetize YouTube, because they create content, people watch it, and then you have to watch a commercial during or before or after. And that's how the advertisers that's how advertisers judge retention, is based on how long people watch the videos. Are they engaging? And when people are like, hey, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, and they're constantly pounding you by asking you, do something. And when you're doing something, when you leave a comment, when you like, it lets YouTube know that you're engaged. That's why they're always like, I'm going to wait for 1 million people to come in here. Tell me, in the chat where you're from, put how many Jelly Bellies you think I ate today. Like, that's all ways to get you to engage with the chat. And that's how they're making money. Because the more engagements there are, the more YouTube thinks it's good content. They're going to feed it to everybody that they think would like the relevant content. So definitely YouTube is huge. If you have a kid channel, it's going to have potentially a larger audience, because if you think about it, there are kids that are watching YouTube during the day. Most adults watch it after. And I've been guilty of just posting my videos randomly throughout the day, but I should have all my videos air at night when adults are looking at it, because from YouTube analytics, I can tell you most of my audience is over the age of 25. So I don't have a lot of kids in my channel, because not a lot of kids are trying to make a side hustle. They're just like playing video games or eating ice cream, right? So they're not worried about making a side income. They don't want to make $1,000 a week. That's not the audience I have. My audience goes from 25 to probably 70. I have a lot of people who are on a fixed income, whether they're retired or something like that, and they want to make extra money. And I have quite a few of those people in my audience. I'm just going to refresh my chat real quick. All right. So as far as the YouTube revenue goes, people love talking about their life and blogging. And if you can combine a couple of different genres together, you're going to be more successful on YouTube. So for me, I'm combining lots of different streams of income plus eBay plus sales, and I'm really excited about it. I actually love it. I think you guys can tell from my videos that I really enjoy eBay. I love selling stuff. So if you love it and you're not fake about it, there are other YouTubers that don't love selling as much as me, and you can tell. You can tell when they're talking that they're not as passionate about reselling as me, and people can tell. The bullshit detector on YouTube is amazing. So I'm going to move on before you to the next category, which is the eBay Partner Network. So you guys, a lot of Instagrams have a link to their eBay channel, to their eBay store, and I recommend you guys hook it up to eBay Partner Network. And how that works is somebody clicks on the store. So you guys know on the Low Key Husky, I share my eBay store. I used to share my bigger store, but it was getting a little bit annoying with people messaging me and messing with my store. But I'll probably share it again in the future because of the eBay Partner Network. So people click, they go to my store. Within 24 hours, they buy something else. I get up to half of the eBay fees. So last month, people were browsing Low Key Husky and they bought stuff. In the month of June, $4,000 worth of revenue happened. So people went to the store, they bought shelves or a hat or a shirt or something from somebody else, and that was $4,000 in sales. So around $400 in eBay fees, right, guys? And I got $200. So I got a check from eBay Partner Network for $200 for people who came in, right? Didn't even buy from my store. Or if they bought from my store, I actually got half of the fees back. But I don't know how many people actually bought from my store that are in my Instagram audience. My guess is pretty low because the stuff that I sell is very random. So unless you're supporting me, which I appreciate, but I think the majority of it is actually people who want the stuff. Cool. So that's eBay Partner Network. Guys, you should look it up and hook your eBay store up to it. At the very least, hook that up to your Instagram so you get one of these streams of income. And you can use something called Linktree. And like you guys can look on my Instagram, I actually connected it to 10konthebay.com. So if you go to 10konthebay.com, it directs to my Linktree, which is just multiple affiliate links. So pretty much every single link on my Patreon, every single link on 10K on the Bay makes me money. I think every single one of those links generates an income for me somehow. So if you go there and you go to YouTube, I make money from AdSense. If you click on any of the links to buy stuff, they're all affiliate links. I'm going to get paid if you buy something, even if it's not my thing, for 24 hours with the cookie. So just to give you guys an idea on that, I want to make one more point on the YouTube ad revenue. So a few other creators had reached out to me with concern because if you support my Patreon, I actually recommend that you watch my videos with ad block, right? Because I'm like, you're already paying me directly for the content. I don't want you to also watch commercials. Now, I had a few creators say, Chris, don't do that because people will watch your video and then they'll watch my video. And if you turn off ads, I can't make money on my video because you told people to turn it off and they're not paying me, they're only paying you. So I said, interesting. So I'm actually going to remove that. And I might post my video somewhere where you guys can watch it without an ad block, without ads, to give a premium experience, because I don't want to hurt other creators for creating content, because I know how hard it is to make content. I make really detailed notes before I go online so you guys get an idea of what I'm going to talk about. I'm still scatterbrained, but at least I have an outline. So to give you, hopefully this is a better experience for you guys than when I first started. Okay, number 5 is the Amazon Affiliate Network. So you guys should sign up for Amazon Associates. That's the name of the program. And what happens is it'll allow you to post links that pay you a commission or a bounty. And Amazon is very hungry. You guys know Jeff Bezos wants every single dollar he can get. So if you can hook up the Amazon affiliate network, then you can post links to different products and get paid. And Amazon is very generous with their ad program. Not everybody gets approved for Amazon Associates, and it can take a while. So I recommend you guys set up a link tree, set up a website, and let Amazon know you're legit and you want to make money for them. And hopefully you get approved for Amazon Associates, because of all the things that I have in my passive income stream, that's one of the easiest ones. So if you guys look at every single reseller YouTuber, they're going to have a link to all their products. Guess what? When you click on it, they're going to get paid no matter what you buy. So support your favorite YouTubers. I've heard people click on it and then they buy their groceries just so their favorite YouTuber can get paid on a commission on, diapers for the family. Pretty cool. And again, Amazon affiliates is very cool. Sign up for it now. Also sign up for Amazon merch, because it takes a while to get approved. It took me 6 months to get approved for Amazon merch. I'm hiring Glenn Zubia at Hustler Hack. Shout out to Glenn. He's doing all my shirt designs. I love Amazon merch, and I think that you guys should join. I'm a little bit of a creative, but I'm not the best artist, so I have to have somebody else work it for me. Okay, number 6 is the Get Around rental service. I posted that on my Instagram today. So if you guys want to take a look, Instagram.com/10KOnTheBay. I did a quick little video introducing Get Around. And this is going to probably have the most questions. So if you guys have questions on Get Around, please put them in the chat. Put a lot of question marks in it. I will look at it and I will answer it on this chat. So this is how Get Around works. You buy a car. You can finance a car. You can lease a car. As long as your name is on the registration, you can sign up for Get Around. So I have 3 cars, and I put all 3 of them on the Get Around service, and they're available to rent. So Get Around has an app. They do their own advertising. They find people. I place my cars near a college, so people are constantly in need of a car and don't own one. So they get onto the Get Around app. They rent a car. My car has an immobilizer in it, which was installed by them. So you can't steal my car, even though the key is located inside the car. So you use the app to unlock the car. You get in, you rent it. During the time that it's rented on Get Around service, you use their insurance, not your own. You still have to have insurance. I actually have full coverage on my cars, on 2 of them, and one of them I have liability only because it's the cheapest car. But it's not really necessary because I don't really drive those cars. I drive one of the cars, but most of the time I don't drive at all. I'm trying to stay at home. And you guys know I had fun with sourcing every single day, but I've moved towards easier ways of getting sourcing where I don't have to source the entire time for my eBay store. I want to get to 1,000 listings, but we'll talk about that when I get to the eBay store part, which is the next bullet point. But for Get Around, basically you put the car on the rental car system, and then other people rent it, and you get 60% of the income. So if there's $100 of rental income, you get 60, and Get Around takes 40 to pay for the insurance and to pay for the marketing to get the person to use it. So it's unbelievable. It's very cool. There's also a separate service called Turo, and super amazing. If you guys want to check out Get Around, and if you're in an area that has it, you can click the link below in my on 10KOnTheBay.com, and when you click it, you get you can try it, and I also get paid on that. So it's like the ways to make money are ridiculous. I'll go over affiliates in just a second, but it's like I started with just an eBay store, and now there's literally 10 ways that I'm getting paid. So next is the eBay store. So obviously I have an eBay store. I have 2 of them. One of them, the goal is to make 1,000 a week. The other one is the goal is to make 10,000 a week. So it's totally different. Okay, so you have one store that's just like a side hustle. The other one's more of a business, and it's pretty interesting how different they are. So trying to get $300,000 worth of stuff listed is totally different than $45,000 worth of stuff listed. Different models, different things. I'm experimenting. As my bigger store starts to get a little bit more traction, I'm going to share it because I won't be afraid of people sabotaging it. The low-key husky one, that's not doesn't have as big of a goal, so I'm not as worried about it. You guys are welcome um, to check it out and give me feedback. So guys, this is a very interesting thing. I have shared my eBay store and I get messages every day now that are like, dude, your store sucks. This title's messed up. Dude, your store sucks. This picture's messed up. And guess what? It's refining really quickly because I'm getting all this feedback from people telling me, you can't use this, you can't use this, you need to adjust this. And my sell-through rate's already pretty good. It's above 1% a day. So as you guys know, if it's over 1% a day, then you're selling more than 1/3 of your items. And the items I have in there are not that special. So I think a lot of people in this chat or on eBay and me, I'm totally happy with the 1/3 sell-through rate or higher, which means, in that store, there are 500 items roughly, and I sell more than 5 items a day. Some days up to 11, which is amazing. So I'm totally happy with my eBay store's growth, learning, adjusting, learning new things, loving it. Okay. So I also, number 8 is my Amazon store. So Amazon is really weak for me. I only have a few items at FBA. I'm still learning the FBA process. It's not a priority for me. It's just more of a hobby. It's for fun. And I find brand new items when I'm thrifting or sourcing. So I might as well send them in the FBA or do fulfilled by merchant. Amazon is crazy. I'm not your Amazon guru by any means. I'm barely an Amazon tadpole, right? And there's some huge freaking toads out there that can teach you what to do. Old, wise, massive toads. I'm just a tadpole. I've done a couple of FBA shipments. I do some fulfilled by merchant. But again, you don't have to be good at everything. You just need to start if you want to develop a nice, well-rounded portfolio of different income streams. Okay, so the Amazon store is good. And ultimately, my goal with that is private label. So I'm very, very excited about launching that. But I'm taking a lesson from Craigslist Hunter. He said, why don't you do one thing at a time? So I said, okay, I'm not going to do private label right now. I have the Low-Key Husky brand growing. Every single day on Instagram, it gets more followers, but I'm not putting that much work into it. Eventually, it's going to be something like a pet product private label company. And that part's really cool because I'm not gated in pets, and I'm selling as many things as I can in that category to try to prevent me from getting stuck with being gated in every single category. So Amazon's a long learning curve for me, but I'm really enjoying it. Okay, number 9 is affiliates. So guys, affiliate income is so interesting to me. And as an example, you guys know in the 10,000 items that I have, I want to sell 5,000 shoes. I actually think shoes is the easiest way to build a 6-figure income on eBay. Now, that being said, shoes are expensive. Shoes are capital intensive. They're time intensive if you're buying used shoes. It's not easy, but you guys will, I have 800 pairs of unlisted shoes. I'm going to get them all up. And Tino, the Soul Advisor, who's a friend of mine, he was in my mastermind before he had a baby. A link to his shoe guide is on my link tree below. So if you guys go onto that page, click Tino, the Soul Advisor, I get an affiliate commission from that. Meaning, Tino and Steve Rakin, who created the guide, have it set up so that I get paid if you guys buy that guide. Now, here's the thing: it has to be valuable, right? So I'm telling you that I want 5,000 shoes in my store. And so you guys can go to my eBay store and look at what brands I'm selling. You can do your own research for free, right? Or you could just buy a guide or get a course and learn brands faster and level up. If free was the only barrier, no one would be able to sell a course. But it's not only about being free. It's also about time, right? So I have the guide from Tino and Steve. There's probably 40 brands in the 101 brands that they have that I've never heard of. And I love shoes. You guys know that I almost love shoes more than people, okay? And with that being said, there's still 40 of the 101 brands I did not know. Now, could I have gone to the thrift store and looked up one by one every single shoe every time I go and over the course of 5 years become an expert? Yes. But it's also useful for me to level up, buy a guide, look at it, read through it, and quickly level up. I am part of tons of paid groups for this very reason. I'm just saving time. Time is the only thing you can't get back. Money you can, right? So I like investing in stuff. Guess what? You guys can too. If you like the things and you give an honest review, people will click the affiliate and check it out. Now, here's the thing with Tino's guide that I've heard from some people that are saying, like, I bought the guide and how come there's not money in my bank account? It's because the guide doesn't do work for you. It just tells you what to buy, maybe what to look for. You know, it gives you these home run scenarios. Like if you find this, then you killed it, right? And for me, that's all I need to know from the guide. I can do my own homework. It's not going to tell me where to buy them. It's not going to tell me how to clean them. It's not going to do any of the work for you, really. It's just sort of an outline. You know, you have to fill out the rest of it. It's the table of contents. Now you need to write the book. I'm super excited about affiliates because you're taking advantage of somebody else's work and leveraging the time that they use to make it. So another thing, another affiliate that I make money on is GetAround. So you guys know I posted that link on my Instagram on how to use GetAround. Like within an hour, somebody put their car on GetAround. Like within 1 hour, I put it on there. Someone was like, "Holy shit, what is GetAround?" They went online, they looked at it. They put their car on the service within 1 hour, guys. So I've gotten a bunch of messages like, "Hey, how does it work? What is this? What is that?" Right? And then there was also somebody who did all that research and put their car on the service within 1 hour, right? So is it lack of resources or is it lack of resourcefulness? That's amazing that that happened within 1 hour. Who knows, maybe they had already done some GetAround research beforehand, but guess what? I get $200 because somebody clicked that link and put their car on the system. That is amazing. That's like almost as much as I made reselling today from just an affiliate click, right? So I explained the service, people liked it, they went there. GetAround is happy that I brought them a new customer. I'm happy because I got $200. They're happy because they have a new stream of income. Drinks all around. Not too many people. That's a victimless situation. All winners. So Anna's saying Tino's shoe course is not linked. I'll link it below, but it's basically in the it's on 10konthebay.com. So actually, I need to change that. I'll change it afterwards. But basically, if you go to 10konthebay.com, it's my link tree and it has all my affiliate links on it, and I'll hook it up so that it works. Devin, if you want to know my Instagram name, you can shoot me an email or you can just look at my Instagram, 10konthebay.com. So, okay, last one, then I'll get into the Q&A. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. If you can, hit the like button so the engagement goes up and YouTube will give this to more people so I can make more ad revenue. Cool. Number 10 is my own merchandise through merch and eBay. So I signed up for merch. I also wrote a book, and you guys know that I wrote a book, Driving for Uber. It's only available hardcover, and I have probably 20 copies left. Those are on my eBay store. So that's a product that I made on my own that people are buying that I'm generating an income on. It's very, very cool, and I recommend you guys make your own stuff. There's no competition because you're the only person that made it, right? It's yours. It's your content. It's you that people are buying. Awesome. So that's 10 ways that I'm making online income right now. And now I'm going to get into the Q&A. Hopefully there's a lot of questions from you guys. I'll just start from the beginning and roll through these. Thanks so much, everybody, for stopping by. Thank you very, very, very much. Let's see. You're about to start an eBay. What kind of tips do I have? I recommend you sell everything that you own first because you can always buy it back on eBay and you might find your niche that way. If you really like video games and you sell all your video games, you're going to learn the market and maybe you become a video game dealer yourself. If you like fine china, if you like only the necessities, that's fine too. You can sell a backpack that you probably did the research on and figured out which backpack is the best for your minimalist needs. That backpack probably sells well. You can develop an entire business on that. Let's see. I got the level 30 in Pokemon Go, just so you guys know. That's a question. And I love Pokemon Go, and I'm sad that it died. But there is a Pokemon event that people are scalping tickets for. So more ways to make money. I have sold 5 tickets. It was the Hans Zimmer event here locally. I did not make very much money. I will not become a ticket reseller. But again, huge margins, high risk. If you want to sell tickets, there's another way of making money. Let's see here. Guys, there's so many ways of making money. Originally, I was scared. I was like, holy shit, if I go online and tell people how I'm making money, the money will run out, right? eBay will shut down because there's too many sellers. But then I realized after starting the Patreon, every single one of the people in my group makes money a different way. So there's no end. There is no end. Let's see. This is an interesting point. Jason Vaughn made the comment that he promoted cops during Pokemon Go. Now, guys, here in the Bay Area, Pokemon Go was insane. There was hundreds of people walking outside all day, all through the night. And there's a local park here that normally has a curfew of 10 p.m. And it was extended to 5 a.m. from 10 p.m. And there was a patrol officer there making sure people were safe playing Pokemon Go. Now, if that's not amazing, I don't know what is. They weren't worried about people staying out. They just wanted people to be safe. They didn't want people to get robbed with their expensive iPhones and their battery pack and their backpack full of snacks, right? They're making sure those people could play Pokemon Go in peace, which is just making me so happy right now. Cool. Thank you, Green Granny Resell. I'm glad I can make you laugh again, guys. I'm very excited about online business, so hopefully my energy is transferred to you. And that's how they say sales work. A sale is a transfer of energy from one person to another. I fully believe that. Aaron Kluge is asking, can I build a mock local audience? Can I build a mock local audience to market similar high products as another company? So this is an interesting question. So if you see something that's selling really well, can you make basically copy them and create a separate audience and sell them the same kinds of high-end products? Yes, definitely. And that's like the concept of private labeling. So I think when I do private label in the future, I'll be successful at it because I understand how to build an audience. Let's see, Resell Warrior, thank you for checking in from Chicago. Let's see. The best thing about YouTube Red, yeah, okay, guys, that's another thing that's really, really cool about going YouTube Live. People in the chat can discuss stuff, which is great. You guys can join in, you can talk, it's a live YouTube, versus if you watch TV, like I like to watch Suits with my girlfriend, we can't actually talk to the actors. They're not gonna respond back. I mean, I still talk to the TV, but they don't respond back. Flippin' Daily, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you watch this video later. Guys, check out Feel Good Finds on Instagram. She's cool. She's my first Instagram follower. That makes me super happy. She made me famous. Pay it forward. Check out Mary on Instagram. Hopefully she comes out with a YouTube, but she's a local. Very cool. Cricket, what's going on? Red Rocket TV. Reserve Sneakers, what's going on? Yeah, I think it's important to support local, buy local. If you can, it helps. Also, I don't mind supporting big business. Like, I'd rather support local, but big business started as a little business, so I don't mind. Kelly Serrano needs help getting the t-shirt artwork for merch. There's lots of designers. I don't recommend using something like Fiverr, but you can start there and get a t-shirt design for $5. So start there. Pamela says, I'm very organized and knowledgeable. Thank you, but I feel like a hot mess most of the day. I take a lot of notes to make these videos not seem totally scatterbrained, but my mind moves a million miles an hour. I'd probably benefit a lot from smoking weed, but I don't smoke weed. I also tried to open a dispensary one time in LA, which did not work. I'm probably the king of failed business ideas. Oh man, I'm not really proud of that, but it is what it is. So guys, Prince is in the chat also saying that what I'm offering is extremely undervalued. I appreciate that. Thank you. I've been basically failing at business for over a decade now. So I have had, I don't even want to talk about it. So many failures. Like I was going to say 10 to 1, but maybe it's higher than that. Reserve Sneakers is saying I wanted to get the 10,000 listings. I do, and I want the 10,000 listings to make $1 million in revenue. So that's the goal. Do I prefer Get Around over Turo? Yes, I like Get Around a lot. Turo is okay. I'm not talented enough I'm not organized enough to have both Get Around and Turo going at the same time, and somebody books on Turo and I quickly shut it off, and I don't know how to balance both apps. But it is good to have your rental car on both Get Around and Turo. That we have double the coverage. If somebody rents it on one service, you just need to be quick and make sure it doesn't rent on the other service. Otherwise, you'll double book and you get charged $100 for canceling someone's trip, which you should, because you're totally ruining somebody's vacation. So don't do that. Don't double book. If you're going to use both services, be careful. How do I know if someone damages your car? I check the cars every 2 or 3 days. I should check them every day, but I don't because I'm lazy. Don't be like me. Probably set up a system to check your cars every day. And if you can, I think you need to get to 25 cars before you can hire a full-time valet where their job is to check on the cars. And it's definitely not passive income, guys. I have to sign up for, I use yourmechanic.com, which means a mechanic actually goes to my car to fix it. I don't bring it in anywhere. So I bought cheap cars, Corollas, Priuses, so that they don't require much maintenance. I do the maintenance on site. So those guys show up at night when there's less traffic. They do the oil change on the car. I don't know how they do it. I don't ask. And it's pretty dope because they can show up to the car and I can unlock it from my house. I don't even have to be there. So I'm trying to keep it there and also limit my liability because I have one of the cars is liability insurance only. I want to reduce the time I'm actually driving it. That's why it's nice to get it serviced without the car actually even moving. Let's see. Aaron says, I'm so high key. Thank you, bro. I'm trying to be more low key. I don't want to be high key. Reserve Sneakers says 18 sneakers, trying to get to 50. Bro, I challenge you to get to 250 listings and open a store. Do it. Do it. Everyone should have a huge, not huge, everyone should have a 250 item store just because it's the thrill of selling something. If you love the cha-ching, do it. I have two phones. One's the listing phone, one's the other phone. The listing phone, the cha-ching, is enabled. The non-listing phone, it's disabled because I don't want to get interrupted all day. Connecticut Emporium, dude, my lean brother. So guys, I want to create a lean process so bad. So I'm gonna start sharing my process with you guys, and hopefully you guys can tell me how to not waste stuff. Guys, I have no waste written on my hand. I want to eliminate all waste from my life. So if somebody sucks, delete. If someone's annoying, delete. If something's not selling, stop selling that, right? Something is selling, continue doing that. Get rid of stuff that doesn't work as soon as possible. Fire quickly, get out of it. So guys, check out Lean Methodology. One of my favorite books is called 2 Second Lean. It's on YouTube. It's free. Joseph's asking, where do I get so many shoes? I hustle, baby. So I'm going to thrift stores. I'm going to garage sales. I'm going to church thrift. I'm buying from the Goodwill outlet. Trying everything to get shoes. Shoes are my favorite thing to do. The only downside of shoes is space and capital. Holy cow, there's a lot of questions. I'll move through as quick as I can. Does golf equipment do well online? Yes. Golf equipment does better than golf apparel, but golf apparel still does well. So don't do that. Don't limit yourself to only clothing. Sell some golf equipment also. DJ Fauscher is asking, are used military boots sold for a good profit? It depends. Sometimes good steel toe boots. For me, I only have experience selling steel toe boots and John Varvatos boots, which are just like a dressier fashion boot. So I'm not a boot expert, but in my opinion, boots sell really well. I would love to sell only boots. I had posted that store in my Facebook group of what I would copy if I had 100 grand in capital. And it's literally all shoes. Shoes are easy to store. They're easy to ship. They're all uniform in size. And I personally love the way shoes look, but I don't have 100 grand to invest in capital to invest in shoes right now, nor do I think that's the proper way to do it. So like if I only had 100 grand, I wouldn't spend all 100 grand on shoes, right? I would diversify a little bit. But if I had $1 million in the bank, I probably would only do 100K worth of shoes because of the simplicity of selling the same thing that's the same size. You can get your process super tight. And plus you want to sell something you're passionate about. And I really like shoes. Let's see. Shoes is the first thing you sold. Awesome. Christina says, how do you get approved for merch? I would reapply every 48 hours until I got approved. It took a long time. Dwight sold his old Red Wing boots from 1995. Guys, you heard it here. 22-year-old boots sold. Aaron says, I want to sell golf equipment. I love golf equipment. I'm glad that that's the only thing you sell. Please message me on Gmail at 10konthebay@gmail.com so that I can text or call you, Aaron. I would love to ask you how to sell golf equipment. I want to get into it. Ocean, yes, it's going to be uploaded in the video list. It's going to take about 20 minutes to render. You can watch it. I actually think this is going to be one of my best videos because there's so many ideas jam-packed into this. And guys, if you haven't checked out my Patreon, go to patreon.com/10konthebay and sign up for at least a $20 level. And then you can text, call me during the day or email me and I'll hook you up. But you can support me in making 3 videos a week. And it would be much, much appreciated. Let's see. Do I prefer short and concise in my eBay description? I actually don't put anything in my description other than product details. So I literally am just copying the title and putting it in the description. Short and sweet, baby. I'm not even describing anything. For the condition, I describe the condition in the condition description, not in the description below. Because I don't think people even make it that far down. They're just like, is this what I want? Is it the right price? Buy or pass. I don't think people are reading descriptions. If you write a novel, I don't think people are going to read it really. I could be wrong. What's up, Michigan? What's up, LA? Guys, you should put in the chat where you're from. Again, another way to build engagement. I live in Oakland, California. Yeah. What's up, Mexico? I don't have a lot of Mexican viewers, so I appreciate it. I do have a decent following in Australia and Canada, and I might do a Mexico reselling show. So that would be sweet. I wonder what reselling is like in Mexico. So hit me up. Let's try to create a small call and let's chat. I would love to see what's going on there. You found your niche selling used electronics. Awesome. I love it. I love selling used electronics. I'm just a little bit afraid of the process. I don't have a lot of space in the Bay Area. Got to really tighten up my electronics game. I'm going tomorrow to actually repair a different record player that I just bought. So very time intensive, but high profit. Michael Carter is asking, do I list for 7, 10, 30 days or good till canceled? I'd list the majority as good till canceled now. I started with a 30-day, but I'm going to use all of them. I do auctions on items that I want to sell quickly and get my money back, cash flow, higher dollar items like a Robert Graham shirt. I spent $25 on it, new with tags. Not a very good design, so an ugly Robert Graham shirt. And by ugly, I mean regular looking, because for Robert Graham, ugly sells better. So it's a regular looking shirt, which is not desirable for Robert Graham. I would list it at like $35 and let it run just so I can get that money back and put it into an ugly Robert Graham shirt, which is going to sell for more. And on those ones that are going to sell for more, I'm going to list it good till canceled, buy it now, accept an offer of 80% or more. And depending on my time, I would set up an auto decline and an auto accept at the 80% mark. What's up, News Pews? You found, thanks for joining me. You could sell weed spray. You could. I don't know the restrictions on that. What's up, Terry Berry? Thank you for stopping by. I should, you know what? I'm going to make Terry Berry a moderator because she's a moderator on all my favorite YouTubers' channels. Thank you so much for joining me. How do I rent out my car? I explained that a little bit with GetAround, but basically you buy a car, you sign up for the service at getaround.com, and then you go from there. Julia says, can you go live without showing your face? Absolutely. you can also upload a podcast. You can also upload a non-live video as a live video and pretend like it's live, which is not the case here. I'm actually live here. Tina Salas says, adding your inventory system has helped you so much. Thank you so much for supporting. I mean, for trying the system. Again, it's not like the best system ever, it's just something that I'm trying. So as you guys will see, I'll probably upgrade to a barcode system eventually, but I don't have a need for that yet, but eventually I probably will. So Tina, stay with the mindset that we're going to grow together and learn. If you have any other ideas on it, please shoot it to me. I would love to hear your improvements on it, because most people do not have the exact same system as I do. Smith Lopez is asking, who pays for oil changes and maintenance on my cars? I do. I also pay for the depreciation of the car. That's all factored in. I still make $300 a car. If you guys could like the video while I get a cup of water, that'd be fantastic. I'll go with bottled water tonight. Let's see. Vista Print sells t-shirts too. That's interesting. You're loving the daily. Sorry, I lost that comment. I lost it. You guys, if I haven't answered your question, please post it again so I can get it. Let's see. How do I ship golf clubs? I ship golf clubs inside of the triangle priority boxes. I make Franken boxes, or I go to Golfsmith or Golf Galaxy and get free boxes from them. Let's see. How do you go live on YouTube without showing your face? You just cover the camera. That's how you do it. Let's see. Less is more. Less is usually more, guys. Try to keep it simple. But the thing is, sometimes it needs to get messy before it gets simple, in my opinion. You know how success, the easiest way to success is a straight line, but it actually looks like this. So just, it's not that easy, guys. It's a lot of failing. Yeah, man, I really need to go to eBay Open. I have a ticket. I can't, guys. I can't go to eBay Open. I'm announcing, actually, I'm not completely giving up on it, but I'm behind on my listings, and that's the most important thing. I really don't want to give up an opportunity to get ahead during those 5 days during the event. I might come down for 3 days, maybe. Guys, if your limit on eBay is low, you can call and get it increased. You don't even have to wait for the 30-day period to expire. If you're top rated, you pretty much get an automatic double. So if you could sell 100 this month and you're top rated, you can sell 200 the next month, and 400 and 800. They want you to sell more. They just want to make sure you're doing a good job. So guys, those limits are in place to protect us. It's a good thing. You despise shoes, Jason. I know. It's a love-hate relationship with shoes. I love them, but they take so much time. Yo, it's Vega. It took 7 months to get on merch. I applaud your patience. It took me 6 months. It takes a long time. Guys, share your Instagrams in the channel, network, meet people. That's my greatest strength. I'm very, very happy with all the people I've met in the community. It's an amazing, amazing reselling community. Nashville, Las Vegas, Atlanta, Michigan. What's up, guys? Holy crap, there's a lot of people here, guys. Thank you so much. 174 people watching. That might be a record for me. Cricket's posting auctions every day. Hey, you know what? Auctions raise your rank in Cassini, because it's been proven that auctions make you less money than fixed price, but of course it sells in 7 days, right? If you have bids. So less money, but a faster turn. Some people can live with that. Yeah, Robert Graham has been doing awesome, brand new for me. So some of them have been doing awesome. Some of them are still sitting. James Brown listed 30 days. It's a good idea. Smith Lopez uses a hologram security sticker. Man, that's a good idea. Guys, using hologram stickers has a bunch of different applications. I haven't gotten into that yet. Lindsay, yeah, if you want to check it out from the beginning, you can later. Australia, Nicole Turner, what's up? I hope you enjoyed our Aussie reseller chat. I'm surprised not that many people have watched my Australian reseller chat. That's annoying because that show is amazing. I love having different resellers from different areas hang out, and I love my Aussies. I want to go hang out there. Um, yeah, Smith Lopez is doing holographic stickers to prevent returns on VCRs and DVDs. That's a great idea. Great idea. I might have to. You might have to email me a link to that so I can share it with people if you don't mind. Getting holographic stickers would be fantastic. Um, you know what? If you have fear of going live, you should, or being public, you can message me. I used to be introverted before I applied to be class president. I was really shy. I had a couple of friends and that all had a crush on the same. Actually, by a couple of friends, I mean I literally only had a couple of friends. I had like 5 friends total, and they all liked the same girl. And one day I was sick of being introverted, so I told that girl that my friends were in love with her, and I immediately lost the couple of friends that I had because they were like, "Screw you, bro." But I was just sick of them not acting on something that they wanted. And they really wanted the girl, and none of them had the guts to ask her out. So I just exposed them. And it was awesome because after I exposed them and they weren't my friends anymore, I ran for class president and I won. And my friends saw that we didn't have to be unpopular. So they put more effort into building confidence and learning how to talk. And then now we're still friends to this day, even though I exposed them. Those are some of my best friends. So my family treehouse is asking, how do you price your items to move fast? So as an example, if an item is selling for around $20 on eBay, I will price the item at $39.99 and offer a 50% discount. So from my research, under a 20% sale, it doesn't change consumer behavior. I know for me, it doesn't. When I walk in the mall and they say 5% off, I just keep on walking. I don't even notice that sign. It needs to say like 75% off for me to even give a shit, to be completely honest. Excuse my language, but a 5% sale doesn't do it for me. I would rather a lot of other things. There's a lot of things I would rather do than look at a 5% off sale. It's not enticing. So I'd price a $20 item at $39.99, offer a 50% discount to bring it right back to the market of $19.99. And then I would offer an 80% auto accept best offer. So I would accept $16 on that item. So it says right on the eBay website that best offers increase your sell-through rate. So put it there. Since I don't have time to answer all my best offers, I just set up an auto decline at 80%. Now, here's the thing. I may only set up an auto accept and let all those offers pile up and just answer them all at one time in the day, because I don't want to, like, I don't know, so if a customer offers $15 on a $20 item and I immediately decline them, does that make them feel bad? Because if I had countered that person who offered 15, 16, they probably would have bought it. So kind of want to remove it, but I also have a time crunch. So man, crazy. Let's see. Invisible markers and keychain black light is easier. Sultan is in the chat, guys. He's using an invisible marker to write on items, and so what that does is it's only visible under a black light, and that's one way to prevent return fraud. That's what it's called, return fraud. And it's the online form of shoplifting, and it's a concern, especially if you sell electronics or items with serial numbers. There's not a lot of fraud with items that are not scannable. Something to consider, because when I haven't had a single fraudulent claim on clothing, but I have 10% on electronics. What's up, OKC? Is there any app that can auto-populate product information? No, there's not, but that, other than the Amazon seller app. I know, Cricket, my friends don't tell me anything now. That's not true. They tell me stuff now because we developed a relationship after I exposed them. Yeah, 76% off sale, I would give a shit. I would walk straight into the door and give you my money. But my basic rule for retail arbitrage is 75 to 90% off. It takes 75% off to make me care. Nancy, thank you for checking out the Australian chat. Can you guys believe they only have 2 shipping methods? Under 1 pound, under 3 pounds? Like, wow. That simplifies it. Um, you always have a set profit and accept offers. Awesome. Yeah, guys, check out Wade's Ventures. Wade's I think it's Wade's Ventures. Why is your name Wade's Venture? I don't know, guys, but I'll put the link in the chat. I'll put the link in the description below. I'm trying to help Wade get off the ground. Guys, it's really hard to get a channel off the ground. When I first started, there was like 2 people watching my videos. So it takes a long time to get going. So if you can get an influencer to hook you up, hopefully I can boost Wade's channel a little bit to get him some traction. It's really, really useful. And guys, don't just reach out to me for a plug. I know Wade. Like Wade texts me, right? So of course I'm gonna hook him up. If you text me out of the blue and I don't know you, probably less likely to promote you. I'm a nice guy. I might still help you, but like it's better if you know me. Connecticut Emporium says, everyone seems very against return fraud. Is it really worth finding out whether you're right if your buying's lying to you? I don't think so. In my opinion, I would just accept the return. I have a DVD writer that's sitting on my floor right now that I just was like, okay, doesn't work, send it back, even though I knew it worked. Thank you. Thank you for subbing. Yeah, Wade's awesome, guys. Check it out. Most people will react to 20% or more. Huh. That's true. As a reseller, I'm expecting a ridiculous markdown, but most people, 20% and over matters. And that's a good point because the article that I read said that 20% is the number. At a 20% off sale, people are like, okay, you got my attention. Wendy says auto declines are good because people bump up their offer. I agree. So get this, guys. One tactic for sales, people are saying, what's one good negotiation tactic? I'll tell you one of my favorites. This is a good one. So I used to sell cars. People used to make me an offer, right? And one way to give validity to an offer is if you present the offer. So the car is listed for 20,000. Someone says, how about 15, right? Now, here's the thing. Even if we're in the car 11 and 15 is a $4,000 profit, and my boss told me, Chris, anything over 14,000, let's make a deal, okay? So the person will say, how about 15 on a $20,000 car? Now, if I present the deal and I'm like, okay, let me ask my boss if that deal is gonna work, I'm instantly giving that offer credibility because why would I present an offer that we couldn't make, right? So I never accept right away. I always say, I always basically decline the first offer. I'm like, no, at 15,000, I don't need to present that offer to my boss. I know we can't make a deal. I appreciate your time, but it looks like we're a little bit too far away. And they're like, what do you mean, Chris? Like, we just got here. Like, we're ready to make a deal. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't want to be rude. We're asking 20. You offer 15. Like, we don't have that kind of room in cars. So here's the thing. They're going to automatically increase their offer one time without me doing anything. Okay, so I don't have to present it to somebody or negotiate or make an offer or do anything in the beginning because by presenting the offer, you automatically give it credibility. So in a garage sale situation, if you were to go there and say, how about $5? And the guy's like, oh, definitely. Then you're like, damn, I could have offered that person $3 and they would have accepted, right? You feel like you left money on the table. So that's why I always like to start low and move my way up because you don't want to leave money on the table. So that's how I negotiate. So on the other end of it, I don't accept lowball offers right away. I immediately say, no, thank you. I appreciate your time. That way they'll bump up their offer without me doing something. So if somebody offered me 5 on a pair of pants, I'd be like, no, sorry, we're too far away. I'm asking 15. So that they would offer me something higher. Wade's Ventures hooked me up with $10. Thank you so much, Wade. Guys, again, Wade is a very smart networker. He's meeting people, he's meeting influencers. You can tell he's done sales before because normal people don't do that. Normal people immediately ask for something. right? That's not the way you do it, right? You guys read Crush It with Gary Vaynerchuk, jab, 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 then right hook. So he's been jabbing for a long time. Been talking to Wade for a long time now. Almost every single day he texts me. So guys, build a relationship over time. Then when you ask, people already know you. It's awesome. Smith's smart. He basically makes items look cheap so that he can offer cheap. That's a great strategy. I really like that. Guys, also, if you're afraid of making YouTube content, then it's going to be difficult to be consistent. So I recommend you have a couple of videos saved as a cache, so that in case you don't feel like making a video that week, you already have one that you can do live. That's one tip I can give you. There's a lot of YouTubers that have 10 videos saved up in case they just have a breakdown and don't want to be online for a couple of weeks. They still have content to feed their audience. So that's an audience. All right, guys, I'm exhausted. I've been hustling all day. I'm super excited. Thank you very, very much for stopping by. Please hit the like button on the way out. I'm going to add Wade's channel to the comments section, and I'm going to hook up my Patreon. I'm sorry, my link tree to it. And guys, have a great night. Sorry for keeping you East Coasters up so late. Hope you enjoyed the content. Peace out.